Hi there, today we're going to be restoring some old MacGregor irons. These have come to us from a customer all the way in the US from Vermont. These have been in his family for decades. They belong to his late father and they're pretty much considered a family heirloom, so they're getting them restored so they look absolutely beautiful as they would have originally. These are a set of MacGregor Jack Nicklaus Muirfield irons. Looks like they've seen some action over the years. Make sure you stay and watch to the end of this video because we've got some fantastic footage of the customer's reaction when he opens up these finished golf irons. Out of it, but we should be able to sort that out. I suppose these are in an average condition for a set of 40-year-old golf irons. So let's crack on and get them in the workshop. Before any job goes into the workshop, we book it in, which means we list every part out individually. We take a picture of the parts. The picture is printed out and then it gets put with the parts along with the order to go round the workshop together. Here we are putting these on a jig to strip them. We don't very often use a jig for stripping because if you keep using them you can damage them. Into the stripper tank it goes. This is a mixture of sulfuric acid and water and glycerine and other bits, and what we do is we plate it off. Now that that's been in there for long enough to remove all the plating, which in this case was about 40 minutes, it's time to swill these off. Then we're going to put it in a tub of hydrochloric acid to remove the rust. You can see here that all the rust has gone. We're just going to dip this in an alkaline soapy cleaner and that will stop it from rusting quickly. Now we're in the plating shop. This is where the vast majority of the laborious work's carried out. First job is we want to make sure that all the paint is out of all the recesses. We have already put these in the paint stripper, which I forgot to film, but we're just going to make sure that we've got any dirt and paint out of there. Now we're just carefully cleaning up the faces. With all of these golf irons that we do, the aim of the game is to get the marks out, removing the least amount of metal as is possible. There, the face has been linished to remove the marks. Notice we haven't tried to get that chip out. You'll see why later. So here we are, methodically working our way around it to remove the marks. Now we're moving on to a cotton stitch mop that has been dressed up with an abrasive compound. This type of polishing tool has got more flexibility, so you can get into the corners a bit better. Now we're changing to a bigger sateen mop. This is a much finer belt, what we would call a glazing belt, and we're going over it here. We're trying to get it so that it's fine enough for the final polishing operation, which is a brush. Let's speed it up and get these done. Before we get onto the final polishing operation, we're going to have to do something to address those chips. We didn't attempt to take them out with abrasives because we'd have altered the shape and removed too much metal. So what we're going to do is we're going to braze them up. They can be a bit of a pain to braze because the golf iron actually acts as a big heat sink, so you've got to really concentrate the heat on the spot that you need it. We just need to file that braze to get it smoothed off, and then we can finish it off on the polishing spindle. There they are, now that they're back to shape. By the time we've finished them, you won't know that they've ever been repaired. On goes the brush and some polishing compound. With this brush we're going to remove all of the fine abrasive marks that are left in it and leave it beautifully polished and shiny, so that when we plate it, it'll look fantastic. There's the first one ready. Now let's speed up and get all the rest done. All ready to go into the plating shop. Here these are going onto the jig, but this time it's not for stripping, it's for plating. You've got to make sure that they're on there really securely. On they go into the hot soap cleaner. This is just strong soapy water. At this stage we've got to doubly make sure that they're perfectly clean, because any fingerprints, dirt, polishing compounds, absolutely anything left on the surface will ruin them, and we'll have to strip them and start them again. Just checking to make sure they're all secure there. Now we're into the electric cleaner tank. In here we pass a current through it, and that removes any oxides that are on the surface, because they would prevent the plating from bonding to the surface of the metal properly. So once that's done, and we now cool the metal active so it's ready to take the plating, we give these a swill. We go from dirtier water to progressively cleaner water. This last one here is a dilute sulfuric acid, and that's just to remove any trace of the soapy cleaning solution, because that would stain the finished product. Back into the clean water again, and now we're into the nickel tank. Just a few minutes in here, because we're actually going to come back out of here and into the copper. The finish that the customers requested on this is what's known as a layers of feel finish that's been made popular by Mizuno, where you've got nickel, copper, nickel and chrome. So that's the way we're doing it. Into the acid copper. Once that's been in there long enough, it's time for it to come out. Don't they look fantastic? Everybody loves that copper colour. We've actually got a video where we did some in copper. I'll put a link up in the corner right now. Now it's into the nickel for the final time. It's the nickel layer that gives them all their good looks and weather protection. So they'll be in here for the best part of an hour. Now that they're finished, they're ready to come out. We're going to give them a swill off. Normally, when something's in nickel, it goes straight into the chrome to be finished. But with these, we've got to put that satin finish on the striking faces. So we need to dry them off quickly. I've got to mask all of these off so that we can put that satin finish on them. I've got to work quickly because the longer we leave it, the more chance there is that these are going to start to oxidise and the metal will become passive and won't want to accept the chrome plating. So it's full steam ahead. We're in the polishing shop to put in that nice satin finish on the striking face. We're using a Scotch Brite mop which puts on a lovely even finish. Now it's back in the plating shop for the final time, and what we've got to do is we've got to jig these all back up again through the same cleaning process, etc., and then into the chrome. Now we're into the chrome. Time to put the power on, and it will cook away in here for just about between 3 and 5 minutes. The chrome layer is very thin, and its purpose is just to stop the nickel layer underneath from tarnishing, because it's the nickel that offers the weather protection. The chrome layer's actually porous, but it prevents it from tarnishing. Through the chrome neutralizer, and then one final swill. These are then ready to be hung up to dry. There you go. In order to get these to chrome properly, we have to give them quite a lot of power, and you end up with too much chrome on them where it goes grey. This is what's called a chrome burn. We're now going to have to polish this extra chrome off to leave them looking nice. This is a soft cotton mop, and we're using a really fine polishing compound, and we're just going to polish off the excess chrome to leave it lovely and shiny. We've got to be careful not to polish too much off, because if you remove too much and break through to the nickel underneath, you've got to re-chrome them. My teenage daughter takes over this part of the job. She's painting all the lettering in with enamel paint. She's already done the gold lettering and now it's onto the black. You just fill up the lettering that's stamped in and then carefully wipe off the excess. And here they are all finished. They certainly look a bit different to how they came in. Just in case you've forgotten, this is what they did look like. What a transformation. Normally at this part of the video I'll be saying that I hope the customer's happy with them, but on this occasion I don't need to wonder if they are, because they actually recorded a video to thank me. So stay till the end so that you can actually see the customer's reaction as he opens them. As these are winging their way over to the great old USA, it's time to pack them all up nicely. Now that these are all packed safe and sound for the carrier, it's time to get them shipped over to the US.
Hi Alan, this is David, and I've got the package. It just arrived today, and I can't wait to see the irons. The whole experience has been incredible with you and your team, and I can't thank you enough for restoring these family sakes clubs that were my father's, roughly 35-year-old Muirfield irons that were totally corroded, and glad I found you on the website. So let's get to it. I just can't wait. Wow. Wow. I have never seen them when they looked like this. They didn't look this good when they were new, I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's keep going. So I can't believe how this experience started, Alan, after I sent these to you. A picture of them asking if you could repair them, and I shared with you that my father had somehow lost, or I had lost, wow, the 7-iron in this set. And unbelievably to me, you found an exact 7-iron replica of this that was being sold in the States, and gave me the contact, and I contacted the owner and was able to order an exact series 7-iron for my dad's set. So now we no longer have a missing man formation in these clubs. And that level of customer service I've seldom experienced in my life. I immediately knew I was in good hands with your team, and I'm so grateful. And there she is, the missing man. Wow! Look at these, holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. Wow. These are unbelievable. Your team are just amazing craftsmen. I'm so thankful for the detailed video you showed on your website that made it a no-brainer for me to send these to you in the UK. These, oh my gosh. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Wow, golly days. Oh. It's like Christmas. I've been wanting to do this for about 10 years since my father passed. And I'm so thankful that I got around to it and found you and your team. Wow. Gosh. Ha! The butter knife, the deuce, El Zorro. Wow. There's the Cinco. Wow. Those are just absolutely incredible. Let's see. This is what they looked like before, and they look like garbage. Amazing. So amazing. Wow. Alan, I can't thank you enough for this. This is more special than you know. these will stay in our family for many generations, and I'm so glad to share this experience with you. Thank you for making this so special for me and my family.
If you have any chrome parts that need restoring, please get in contact. All of our details are in the video description.